Have you watched the Kevin Spacey's interview on Piers Morgan lately? I watched that yesterday, and after losing 7 years of career and reputation, I am so glad that he had this opportunity to clear his name and claim his innocence publicly. House of Cards is one of my favorite Netflix TV shows. When I was trying to find out what happened to him, why he was no longer on the show, I was deeply saddened that he might be another victim of a false accusation. I don't know if you would agree with me that social media and how rapidly the information can be spread through that vehicle has really paralyzed people's dialectical thinking ability. I could never understand how people jump to conclusions so easily and so fast just because someone made the accusation without even knowing the true motive behind it, and most importantly, whether this accusation is true or false. Let's put ourselves in a similar situation. Let's say you and your neighbor, for some reason, got into an argument, and your neighbor was so upset with you and then want to do some kind of revenge on you. Next day, you were accused of eating his dog and showed you condemned by animal protection activists, should you lose your employment, should you not even able to get out of your house because there may be activists protesting outside your house. Is that fair for you just because someone made a false accusation? I realize nowadays many people just have no consideration of how their behavior is going to impact other people's life. It's so easy for someone to open his mouth and just make a lie for whatever the reason, maybe make them feel happy, feel excited, feel being the center of the attention at the moment. However, it will take an astronomical amount of time and effort for this victim that caused by your lie, caused by your selfishness, caused by your attention-seeking behavior to clear his or her name. Often, after a while, or sometimes even few years of legal fight, the truth finally comes out. And then the perpetrator is actually a victim of the false accusation. But guess what? At that point, nobody cared because once the internet and media trolls take this wrongfully accused person down, they will never ever take a responsibility and then apologize publicly about their reckless behavior. You may say that has nothing to do with me. Why should I care? But I want to ask you a question. Have you ever been accused of something wrongly? By your spouse, your kids, your coworker, your boss, a friend, even just a stranger who may got into a conflict with you due to misunderstanding or miscommunication. How did you feel? Now the question is, have you ever participated in a public condemnation, but later on found out that the person that accused actually is completely innocent? It was all lie. It was just all evil motive. If they wrongfully accused the person develops some mental conditions, let's say anxiety or depression, or physical conditions, let's say heart disease, a stroke, or even cancer, we all understand how stress does to human body. Or the worst scenario, that person just cannot bear the amount of stress, the amount of public scrutiny, and then end his life. Do you know you are part of that contribution? Do you know your comments and your behavior cause so much pain in a person's life? Did you ever feel guilty? Did you ever feel guilty and learn a lesson from it? I think moving forward, we should all remind ourselves a very famous saying, do unto others as you would have others do unto you.